Today we're solving equations and inequalities with rational numbers, but today we're solving these by clearing the fraction. So in the addition and then the multiplication or division. So today we're solving by clearing the fraction. To clear the fraction, we have to find the least common denominator of all of these fractions. So the least common denominator of 6, 2, and 4. Or we need to find a multiple of 6, 2, and 4. The least common denominator here would be 12. Then we're going to multiply 12 times everything, or we're going to distribute 12. 12 times -5, 12 times 1, and 12 times 3. 12 times -5 is -60 over 6x. Plus 12 times 1 is 12 over 2. And 12 times 3 is 36 over 4. At this point, we're going to simplify. -60 divided by 6 is -10x. 12 divided by 2 is 6, and 36 divided by 4 is 9. Once we're at this point, now we can solve our equation like we've been doing in the past. So to solve for x, we have to do the inverse operation of plus 6. So -6. What you do to one side, you do to the other. -10x equals 3. So to solve for x, we have to divide by -10. The inverse operation of multiplication is division. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So x is equal to -3 over 10. If we have to solve 1/2 x plus 7/10 equals 4/5, we can clear the fractions by multiplying times the least common denominator. We have 2, 10, and 5. In this case, the least common denominator is 10. And we're going to distribute the 10. This leaves us with 10 over 2x plus 70 over 10 equals 40 over 5. We can simplify each of these. 5x plus 7 equals 8. And now we can solve like we've been doing in the past. With the inverse operation of addition, which is subtraction. What you do to one side, you do to the other. The inverse of multiplication is division. X equals 1/5. We have to solve this equation by clearing the decimal. This decimal goes up to the 10th place. This decimal goes up to the 100th place. And this decimal goes up to the 10th place. We have to multiply by the greatest number of decimal places, which in this case is the 100. Correct? So we have to multiply everything by 100. We multiply 2.3 times 100. That means we move the decimal twice. This becomes 230. If we multiply 5.14 times 100, move the decimal twice. This becomes 514. If we multiply 0.8 times 100, we move the decimal twice, and this becomes 80m. Do you see how we got rid of the decimals now? Now we can solve like we regularly do, so we subtract 514 minus 514. This means 514 minus 230. And -284 is equal to 80m. We have to divide each side by 80. This can be simplified. Or we can divide and go back to our decimal, where we say our answer is going to be negative. 284 divided by 80. Does 80 go into 2? No. Does 80 go into 28? Does 80 go into 284? About 3 times. 3 times 80 is 240. 4 minus 0 is 4. 8 minus 4 is 4. Add a decimal and a 0. 80 goes into 440 5 times. 5 times 80 is 400. Add another 0. 80 goes into 400 5 times. So that means that m is equal to negative 3.55.